A newly released call between the captain of a sinking cruise ship and the Coast Guard details how the captain left the ship before everyone was evacuated. At least 11 people have died since the Costa Concordia ran aground off the coast of Italy last week. More than 20 people are still missing. A Coast Guard official can be heard arguing with the cruise ship's captain to return to the ship and to help with the evacuations.
Ma noi andando a bordo a coordinare, perché
esatto, voi dovete andare a bordo a coordinare lo sbarco, è chiaro?
Ma noi non possiamo salire più adesso come sta la nave adesso e poi
perché li ha fatti scendere, comandante?
Come fatti scendere? Abbiamo abbandonato la nave e la nave si è inclinata.
E con 100 persone ancora a bordo lei abbandona la nave?
Io non ho abbandonato nessuna nave con 100 persone, che la nave si è mandata di corsa e siamo stati capovolti in acqua.
Ne vedremo poi che cosa è successo, ok?
That was the two of them going back and forth about what happened. The captain's lawyer said in court today that the captain steered the ship closer to the coast after it started sinking to help save lives. Now, you can view a photo gallery of the cruise ship disaster on our website, fox11online.com. You will find that by clicking on the photo tab. There you'll also find images of the shipwreck and the rescue. And an Oshkosh businessman was caught right in the middle of that chaos on the cruise ship. Mike Kajian says much of what he experienced and remembers is a blur. Fox 11's Chad Doran spoke with him today and has more on his story of survival.
You could see there were people inside the cabins.
The images are plain to see, but Oshkosh businessman Mike Kajian says the pictures are memories he will never forget.
It's survival. It really truly is. You do what your instincts tell you to do.
Kajian was one of more than 4,200 people on the Italian cruise ship Costa Concordia that struck a reef off the Italian coast over the weekend. Kajian says he was having dinner aboard the ship when it struck the rocky coast.
We heard nothing. I thought it was a wave, but then next thing I know, it was a much larger tilt.
Kajian says plates, glasses, and people began falling to the floor.
The light just completely went off, and it was pitch dark. That's when I think everybody started panicking.
He says he and his friends ran to their cabins for life jackets and headed for the main deck of the ship.
When we got up there to the 12th floor, we looked outside. We couldn't believe how close the shoreline was.
Kajian says people began lining the railings, waiting for instructions on what to do next.
And the ship was continuously moving and tilting, and you don't feel it as much, but when you look outside, you could tell this is just moving just a bit.
Minutes seemed like hours as he and other passengers filled into overloaded lifeboats. The only time Kajian says he felt like he wasn't going to get out alive.
When we got to the water, I knew it's over. We're safe.
Looking back, he says he still has nightmares, wondering what could have been.
You know, we did our trip. The experience that you encounter, you're never going to get that in your life. And am I upset at it? Of course I am. It could have been a lot better, but what can you do?
Still, he says he's glad the experience is one he's alive to share. In Oshkosh, Chad Doran, Fox 11 News.
And Kajian says despite the disaster, he does plan to take another cruise in the near future.